Vishnu just cleared PMP right now. Okay, and I was more behind him than he was to check the result. Like in the morning, I called him, "Hey Vishnu, did you check the result?" He said, "I did not." I said, "Check now." He said, "No, I did not receive it." I said, "Okay, I'll check it again." He just received it and he called me. Vishnu, very happy, very excited. His journey is entirely different from any other journey. Why? Vishnu, share your journey. You will.
Yeah. uh, I think I didn't do a regular path of Amir, what suggested, I believe, right? Because the only thing which I did good is that during the class I listened the class. The main thing that's what made this happen. During the class, I on switch on my camera and I was sitting in front of it and listening and writing the notes. Uh, so uh, m- my journey was that I had moved to a new place.
Mhm.
So I had to settle my family and everything. It was just 2 3 months in Saudi.
Mm,
That's when I started the class. So it was in Jan. All of a sudden, then my work location changed. I had to move to the site.
mm,
So in between, I didn't get a chance to prepare during the whole period.
mm,
But the thing which I did is to listen the class well, so I understood the concepts. That's
mm,
the only thing I did. Afterwards, it was like I didn't know that because few of my friends were taking the exams and they were preparing. So I thought, okay, let's keep a deadline for this. So I just booked a 3 weeks deadline. I think within a three, I thought, okay, I thought that in the mid of April that I'll try to complete the PMP by
mm,
May mid. So I booked the exam first.
mm,
Then I started to prepare for it. Even at that time, I didn't complete few of the specific tasks that were to be done during the class times.
mm,
So I was a bit lagging throughout the process,
mm,
but the project should have a deadline.
mm,
So that's what that's what I try to do. I try to keep the end date, so to book for an exam and then try to prepare based on that.
mm.
Uh, so while preparing to at the end of the day, like when before 2 days of the exam, I was not well in between. So that too had reduced the pace,
There was
but
no pace. There was no pace at all. So don't say the pace has been reduced. There was no pace at all. I was kind enough to just listening to you, but there was no pace, mother. What pace?
yeah,
What pace?
yeah,
You
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
done even
yeah.
a
But
you
in
haven't
between,
done even a single 180 mock, yaar. Like like
yeah,
this is something I'll tell you. 24 hours, 36 hours before your exam, Hassan Trimji and me, Hassan was very worried about you. He worked very hard with you and he was very worried about you. And he called me, sir, what to say, what not to say. He said, sir, I asked Vishnu, he does not want to reschedule. I said, okay, so that's your decision. We respect that. Our opinion was, I said, okay, now he does not want to reschedule. Let's make a plan roundabout. I told him, give him the 6 mocks and the last 6 mocks. And then he told me uh, he has not even done those 6 mocks complete. I said, okay, what he did? The same thing that you told me, he shared with me, he did 2 mocks. When I saw your second score, I said, he will clear the exam. Will clear the exam. He said, sir, how? I said, I started calling him. Then I said, okay, let me see. I told one thing and I thanked Hassan Ramzi a lot. But I said, don't say anything to him that you are not gonna clear. Or no, don't. He cannot reschedule. Don't say anything onto that. And I really, because I remember there was a student from Saudi Arabia and exactly in the same scenario. I told him reschedule it. I said, you cannot pass, brother. Don't do that. Like 24 hours before. He didn't listen and he failed the exam. And from that day, he has cleared it now. He's PMP, RMP, he did 4 certification after that with me. He did PMP later on. I said, the only thing here we need to do, we need to make sure he goes with the positive or neutral mindset. And that's what I did with you. Like I called you, it was like 8 p.m. your time. I said,
yeah,
can you do
yeah, yeah,
one more mock? And you were like, what the hell? I'm sick. I cannot like, and he's saying, I said, can you do? You said reluctantly, what did you say?
yeah. I'll try to do.
Uh, Vishnu said, I'll try to do. Now you did one mock. I saw your score. And then I asked. okay, when is your exam? You told me at this time. Then we and you made a plan yourself that I'm gonna review that document and then go. I said, okay, that's an agreement. We can review it. Then we had a discussion how to manage the time. You did not watch the video. Like you are such an interesting case study. You did not even. I said first watch the video. Watch the final video. You watch the video. You came back and then we took it from there.
Yeah.
We are extremely proud of you. Let's talk the exam. How did you manage time in the exam?
The time management was tough with me. In the first section, the first part, it was pretty easy, I believe, right? I was able to. I was thinking, okay, the exam is too easy. I think it's a cake to finish it off, and then I was managed the time for the first session, but the second section it started with the mix and the match the following and things. So that took a bit of time for me, and from the second session onwards I was not able to manage the time properly. In the second session I run out of additional more minutes, and for the third session I had only 68 minutes, so that also made me a bit more tensed. And at the last 10 and further the last 10 minutes was so crucial that I had to guess few of the things and start moving to the last four or five, which I think whichever is shortest, I try to read it and try to answer it. So
How,
that's,
that was it. Let's go that again one more time. How was the time management first section? 85 minutes.
yeah, the first session I was able to break it on time.
Uh, Break it
80
on
minutes.
80 minutes.
80 minutes. Yeah.
In section
The second session I run out of time, more than 82 minutes.
82 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So
80.
that session only,
So the second section was a challenge here.
yeah, was a challenge, and it had a three three or yeah three to four match the following, I think,
Mm,
and uh, like two or three choose that two choice questions we need to select.
mm,
So
mm,
those were a bit lengthy, and the answers were pretty close, like which one to select was also a bit tough in the second session.
mm, mm,
And because of that drawback in the second session led to the issue in the third one.
mm,
So
mm,
it is like
mm.
a rollover. It.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Let's put into that thing to put into that those things into the context. Which things was most important in the exam?
In the sense, like you
Question,
mean to the
like questions, but the length of the question was problematic. What was the most difficult part of the exam?
the answers were bit like it was more or less you can select all the three were pretty close answers. So I had to read it twice. Okay, maybe this after this step will come on. I was just thinking like that, and I took a bit more time, I believe. So that was some of the reason, and also the match the following were not that straightforward.
Mm,
It was having some percentage of work done or something. I couldn't recollect any of that now, but the Tuckman ladder thing was there. The match that was the easiest one, I would say.
let's not go with the
Yeah,
question
yeah,
answers
yeah,
directly here. Okay. But the question, like those questions were becoming a challenge for you. They were a
yeah,
problematic, right? That,
yeah,
that's what we are discussing. Like the question was a problematic part in that. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Putting that into the context. Now you did PMP in a very interesting way into that. How you will, if let's say you have to start today, how you would change your journey? I know how I would change your journey, how you would change your journey.
Uh, yeah, means okay. You should try to complete in the first month itself.
Mm,
Once you do the exam, once you do the course, try to complete it in that same month, so you will be active with all the things, and
mm,
you can complete the exam.
mm,
So that's the only thing. And during the class, if you are active and you start listening and taking notes, that is the only that can make you pass, to
mm,
understand the concepts and things. And your mastery series, the
mm,
best, I would say.
mm,
I had gone through it, all these series, and wherever I have a doubt, I will just go back to that specific session and take a note of it. And
mm.
okay, yeah, the booklet, the booklet is also, these three things are enough to pass the PMP, I believe.
Let's revise one more time. Mastery series, PMP booklet, and third thing,
And the class,
class. So what about the class? What
the
do
class,
what to do?
the class, I was very keen that I should listen.
Hmm,
So it is always, I would suggest to keep your camera on,
hmm.
so that so that
Amir
you
can
will be.
Amir can look at you. Huh?
Yeah, Amir, Amir can watch us, and you also will be active and interactive. Maybe, yeah, you will listen to it and you will take notes. Once your camera is off, okay, you feel that, okay, something behind you, you won't that much
Hmm,
uh, concentration or something, I believe. So that is from my perception.
hmm, hmm.
So
I like your perception, how you're putting in that into the context, that this is some of the things that happen if you turn the camera on and things of those nature. Okay. Thank you very much for your journey, Vishnu. Anything that you would like to share?
and yeah, also, so one more thing, Trimji is the guy who has been following me for a long time on weekly basis. So I would like to thank him, and also the motivation sometimes he gives me. Sometimes he says, "No, no, you cannot do this way, or you, it is tough for you to do it in this way." So I feel, okay. Why shouldn't I? I try to put more effort and try to complete the things. So thanks for Trimji for persistently following up on completing the task, and like two weeks before only I completed the, I believe, the assignment which you had given during the classes. So but those are pretty tough, like the assignment questions are very tough to, and also once you started doing the RCA, for that it takes me like 4 5 hours to do one session. I don't know why it took me so much time, but
So what is the challenge that, like, I want to know. No, this is not something out of the way. This is, I want to know what is the challenge that stopped you. Like, it took you 5 months to complete that assignments which were supposed to be in the class. So what was the challenge there?
the challenge I told you, right, in between in between the job, I had to move from office to site job. So that was one of the challenge, and I thought that site, if I go, I would get more time to do or study, but that didn't happen. It took some time for me to adjust there, and yeah, then I thought, okay, it has been postponing a lot, so need to have a deadline.
Mm, mm,
So I
mm.
started to move
Okay.
on
Okay.
that.
Okay. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Vishnu.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Amir.
much for your sharing your journey. A very important thing, each one teach one, is the keep moving formula. Like,
Yeah,
somebody shared with you and you are able. You see, most of the time when I had a first discussion with someone, they always say, really, somebody does the follow up till that time. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that is
yeah. That
something.
is that is 100%. 100%. Thanks for Amir and your team.
Yeah.
It's an excellent. So one of my, I can give an example. One of my friend has taken outside, and I was just showing him that, see, they're following me up. then that guy told me, if somebody was following like this, I would have completed a long time back.
So
But
ask him to join my
yeah,
program.
he
Simple as that.
yeah,
Ask him
yeah, yeah.
ask him to join my
So
program. We'll
so
do that. Okay.
yeah, so that's the thing. So that's the reason also I took it with you, Amir, because my friend Deepu told that he would follow up a lot, and
He
I
will,
needed some follow
he will,
ups.
he will not leave you, huh? He will.
Yeah, that's true.
He's crazy person. He will not leave you at all. Okay, Vishnal, do send me your LinkedIn link.